You had to pay a 2-cent tax per ounce of soda that you purchased. And what if 36 cans of Dr. Pepper cost $17.55? Well, there is currently a hot debate going on whether or not the government has the power and the control to put taxes on sugary drinks, sodas, and junk food in order to reduce the obesity rates in America. And as a fellow lemonade lover and potato chip connoisseur, I was very intrigued in this topic. So today I will be looking at the left, right, and center points of view on this topic. So let's first look at the left side. And in the article, Taxing Sodas, Junk Food, and Tobacco Works Task Force Argues by Maggie Fox, she discusses the benefits of the tax. And in her article, there is a quote by Larry Summers which states, "Taxes are an underused instrument for the prevention of premature death and disease because they can discourage consumption of products like tobacco, alcohol, and sugary beverages that contribute to cardiovascular disease, cancers, diabetes, mental health problems, and injuries." So if placing a tax on sodas can help us reduce these diseases, that would be awesome. And Fox also adds that the money raised from these taxes can be put towards helping treating these diseases, which would be incredible. Some people wonder if such a tax would even help. But there are many cities across the U.S., including Philadelphia, San Francisco, Oakland, and Boulder, Colorado, that already have a soda tax in place. And studies performed in these cities have shown that the taxes do, in fact, reduce the consumption of soda. So now let's look at the right side of this argument. In the article, the negative effects of Seattle's soda tax are finally being realized, and business leaders are furious. Kristen Knoll looks more at the business leader's point of view on this situation. So when Knoll interviews a restaurant owner named Daniel Kim, and Kim gives him a quote which states, "Many customers are frustrated and blaming the store owners. Our hope is that city leaders will listen and understand how unfair this tax is." So when Knoll and Kim continue to go on by discussing how this is negatively affecting business owners that sell sugary drinks and sodas. Knoll also states, "Opponents, however, argued that the tax is regressive and will hurt lower-income families the most. They also claim grocers will now be forced to raise prices on other items to cover the cost. Opponents also said that it's unfair to single out soda in the battle to fight obesity and diabetes." So, implementing this tax will force other prices go up, which will negatively affect those that don't have a lot of money as it is and can't really afford the food that they need. Plus, it's not really cool to just single out soda as the cause for obesity. So now let's look at the center argument. In the article, "Should We Tax Junk Food to Curb Obesity?" Eileen Wintraub discusses whether or not the tax will actually be beneficial. So there's a quote by Jennifer Pomeranz which states, "Consumers end up either avoiding the product or replacing it with something different, or the manufacturers have the opportunity to reformulate and come up with products that will not be taxed." So basically, both consumers and the manufacturers are finding ways to get around this tax. So is the tax really that beneficial? Wintraub also discusses whether or not the government even has the power to put a tax on this. Is it really ethical for the government to be taxing our sodas and determining what we can and we can't put into our own bodies? And will the taxes actually even affect obesity rates? So in conclusion, there are obviously lots of opinions on whether or not the government should be allowed to tax sodas and junk foods in order to reduce the obesity epidemic. The question still remains, how much will these taxes actually help? What do you think? Thank you.